and welcome back for my 2021 Christmas Clean and Decorate with me. I am so excited to get going. It's only the first week in November, but I just feel like we need some Christmas cheer, and I am so excited to put up our Christmas tree again. I absolutely love it. This is a new addition that we got last year. Shane actually helped me put it up last night just to get a jump start, because I know, God knows, that I cannot lift this 80-pound tree up our steps. So we put that up last night and it made it so much easier. So today we're gonna be decorating our kitchen, living room, and entryway. And then I'll do a part 2 where I decorate our playroom as well as my son's bedroom and bathroom. If you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, that helps me out so much, and hit the like button. It just helps push out my content to more people so I can be able to provide more content for you all. That would mean so much to me. Also, stay tuned for more Christmas content that'll be coming your way throughout the next few months. All right, let's get decorating. Anytime you're decorating for a new season, I think it's important to try to set the mood so you feel inspired. So I went ahead and lit the Christmas tree. Sometimes I make a seasonal coffee. I light some candles. Whatever works for you, but I'm going to put on a Christmas movie. So I'm haven't gone full-blown Christmas quite yet, but I think I'm going to start off with The Holiday. That's kind of like a nice transitional movie. I saw that it was brought back on Netflix, so I'm going to go ahead and get that started. Mentioned in my previous videos, in my clean and undecorate for fall video, as well as my Christmas decor haul video, which I will link here for you, and also will be linked below in the description if you ever want to find any other holiday content or fall related, whatever you are feeling, that's all linked below. But I like these natural wooden beads. I've seen a lot of the layered look on the mantle last year, and I absolutely love that. There wasn't a ton out in the stores last year at this time, but this year around, they brought it in full force. So I got this wooden strand from Hobby Lobby during their fall collection, but I know they have it in just the neutral bead as well as black and white, and I saw white and red as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and layer these up. I measured out the wooden bean garland as well as the jingle bell garland, and I actually bought 2 of these bells thinking I might layer them, but I think one was just enough. I went back and forth on do I really want it hanging lower or not, but actually it's the perfect height, so it's just high enough where Declan can barely reach it, but if he wants to go over and just jingle him a little bit, he can reach him, it's actually perfect. So I just went ahead and put the wooden bead garland down first, followed by the jingle bells, and now I'm adding this beautiful faux pine garland. It's awesome because it's not plastic and sharp, but it's actually made out of more of a rubbery material, which is awesome. So the only thing is it's kind of heavy. This took me a few times to get it to lay right because it kept sliding off, but I think it's so worth it. I really wish I could link it for you guys, but I found it at TJ Maxx. So like I've shared in previous videos, you have to just scour Home Goods and at home stores. Sometimes you can find the best things at these discounted stores. But I think I only paid $12 for this garland here. When I priced out the same one in other stores, they were at least $50 a strand. So definitely look then, or also look post-season. Now I'm just hanging up my stockings here. I got 2 of these in a set, so I think each individual set of 2 was $14 a piece. They're perfect. So I have one for all of us, including Holly. Stay tuned for my DIY Christmas decor video. I will include some really cute stocking name tags in that as well. We got this Christmas tree topper last year at Target, and it's seriously my absolute favorite. It's like a starburst pattern, and it lights up in a circular pattern. It's so easy to install. With our Christmas tree here, we have an outlet closer to the top that we can attach it to, and it has a little clear, almost hair clip type attachment thing. So I just go ahead and just clip that to the very top of the branches, and then what I do is I fluff each individual stem up around it so you don't really see it, and it looks more like a natural Christmas tree. Trying to get that star on top was literally a nightmare. I literally thought I was gonna fall into the tree. I am 5'4" and this is a 12-foot tree, so that was pretty comical. Glad I didn't face plant, but it's done now. We turn all the lights off and just have the tree on. It literally makes the entire like our 2-story living room just sparkle. It's so pretty.
Now I'm adding all of the picks into our Christmas tree. So anytime I decorate, I like to add the stems or picks first, followed by ornaments and then garland. Or if you want to add ribbon or any other multi-sized ornaments. If you do have multiple sizes, like the larger ones and the smaller ones, it always recommends doing the larger ones first, followed by the smaller ones on top. Also, when selecting the color scheme for your home or even in your holiday decor, see whatever inspires you first. I always like to scroll Pinterest just to see what shouts out to me, and I save everything into a board. And don't just look at search in just like holiday decor. Type in like color palettes or a certain style of home you like and see what inspires you. Or sometimes, like if you find an object that you really like it could be a pillow or it could be curtains, it could be a floral arrangement. If any of those colors speak to you, bring those in for your holiday season. So that's what I did. We went with a more neutral color scheme with like mixed metals patterns. So we did black, white, some subtle golds. We're going to try to add a little bit more furs and things. So I want pieces that are timeless, that will carry on no matter what style of home we have.
Alright, I just got through adding all the picks into the tree. I still have some white frosted ones to put in, along with some white like smaller balls, almost like the red berry version of it, like the white berry. So I don't know if you can see, but it's really hard to try to space out. I have these really pretty sparkly like gold ones with like the crystals on the outside. It kind of looks like sugar crystals. Then I have these really pretty black velvet bundles, and then I absolutely love these gold frosted berries. And then let's see, I'll show you. I also have these. I don't know if these are going to be too much of a contrast. I think it might be too much of a pop. But then again, we have so much white in our house as well that it might just add a little bit more. So I might test it out and see. But the biggest thing is just, I always like to try to do a zigzag pattern if you can. So I start at the top here, and then I go black, 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 black. So I got like 5 of each pick color. And then I did like the gold sparkly one. So I did gold sparkly, 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 sparkly. So it's kind of like a zigzag pattern to make sure it's evenly spaced. I might have to go back and grab a few more, but I think also when I put the bulbs in, it might look a little bit better, so we'll see. But I don't know, it's just kind of eyeballing at this point. I just wanted to show you guys, I found this beautiful 6-foot garland from Walmart. It was only $5.98, and it's the wooden beads that matches the mantle that we just did with some gold touches. I think it was so cool. They've done so many really cool things this year. They have so much more than just the traditional Christmas colors, which I really appreciate. Yeah, I'm really excited. I bought like 5 or 6 of these to put across our Christmas tree.
It's cold outside, but the fire keeps us warm. We can spend the night underneath the mistletoe. And I've gotten you a present that I put under the tree. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. The snow is falling down, and the storm is on its way. But as long as you're around, everything will be okay.
To add a little extra sparkle into your tree, add some of your metallic or glittery ornaments into the center of your stems of your tree. So whenever the light hits those, it will reflect out. So if you have some like sparse areas, put some of the less expensive bulbs you have or the overly glittery ones in there. It'll just make it look fuller, and you won't notice those gaps as quite as much.
Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me.
Know that you don't have to run out and buy a brand new tree skirt if you don't like the one you currently have. For a couple of years, I just took one of our off-white blankets that's cable knit and just tucked it around, and honestly, it's made out of the same material. You won't notice the difference. I also saw some people use like the faux fur rugs, and you just make your own. I saw at IKEA you can get them so inexpensive and just cut it to be whatever you want. So be creative, find things that inspire you and already matches the theme of your home.
This moment to have you for myself in a cabin out in nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated.
Christmas tree is finally done. Now I'm going to move on to doing our coffee table here. I'm just gonna add some greenery with some glittery blocked pine cones that I got from Hobby Lobby. Everything's still 50–60% off depending on which day or week you go, but I think I got a 3 large pine cone bundle for $15.99, but it was 50% off, so I paid $7. So definitely go look for that. They have some really good pieces still. A lot of their sections were still somewhat picked over. I went to try to film and there wasn't a decent amount that other people haven't already shown on YouTube, but let me know in the future if you ever want me to go and show you how I pick through Hobby Lobby. I really don't like the farmhouse style. I know that's still super popular right now, but with our style of home, that's not really my taste. We typically gravitate more towards like the CB2 style of look, where it's more contemporary or like rustic luxury, if that makes sense. So we like to do a lot of mixed stones, so like marble, like the true concrete. We like some wood tones and like natural colors. So like we have the natural color like wooden beads. We have actual like realistic faux pine needles, that kind of stuff. So, and faux furs. So that's not really our look necessarily, but there's certain ways that you can pick through Hobby Lobby to find exactly what you're looking for. So let me know in the comments if you'd be interested in me actually showing you how I shop at some of these stores to find out.
Everything till we perfect for this week. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me.
More of the Hobby Lobby picks that I found. I believe these ones were a little bit more expensive because they're the greenery ones. I believe these were $4.99 a piece, either $4 or $7, but I only paid like $2 or $3, I think, max for them. So I got 2 of these. So I'm gonna bend the stems here, then lay them flat in the terracotta bowl, and do the same and kind of fluff them like like how normal like pine tree would actually be. Oddly enough, we actually have these same pine trees right in our backyard. Last year, I actually used true branches and just cut them off, but obviously they wear after a while. So I decided just to find some faux ones myself. These are a little bit brighter green than I was looking for. Most of the greenery in our house is a little bit more of a hunter green, but next year I might just spray these, or maybe I'll do them this year with spray paint to see if I can just darken it up a little bit. Look how beautiful these pine cones are. You see they're flocked, but then they have a little bit of glitter as well. I mean, I have it like all over my hands every time I touch it. But they came in a 3-pack, and they're actually quite large compared to my hand. I mean, I have smaller hands, but if you want to see size-wise. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stagger these.
Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I've longed for this moment to have you for myself, in a cabin out of nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything till we're perfect for this week. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for
my goal for early 2022 is to get rid of all of our candles and artificial scents. It's just that I still have a good amount left over that I can't be wasteful and just not use them. So I think this will be just enough to get us through this next month. I hardly ever light them. I just do it every once in a while, and I wait until after Declan goes to bed just for a fire hazard, as well as I don't want to expose him to it as much as I can help it. So, but I love that candle. It's the Holly Jolly scent. It's so funny because that's the name of our golden doodle, and it's just like one of my favorite scents. It's perfect because it's more of a pine, like savory scent with like a little bit of like berry crisp scent. It's actually perfect. So if you're looking for something in the market, that I would recommend that out of many of the candles. Now I'm just going through and vacuuming up any extra pine needles or glitter that was left on the carpet. Something so satisfying about vacuum lines. But here is our living room reveal. There's a few things that I still want to add eventually, like adding and styling our photo shelves in the back here, but I have some prints that I want to print out at some point, so that's still to come.
It was the night before Christmas. Christmas. I was closing down for business.
Moving on to our entryway table, I'm just going ahead and wiping down our table as well as our little wooden bowl here. So my plan is to use various heights with different stems. I found some really cute faux birch wood piles, and I have this really pretty it's almost like a hand-painted wooden moose. Shane got it for me one of the first years we moved into our first home, and it was my absolute favorite. It's so beautiful. I got these stems here at Walmart last year, so these are nice just to put in different vases, or you can lay them like this in a bowl, just add a little bit of green coloring. Adding various textures can draw the eye to and makes it more appealing and more realistic. I feel like if you have all one type, it could be kind of sterile or it could be overly done, so it's nice to mix different things. These are a little bit more rustic-y, but at the same time, I think they work across the board for any type of home decor that fits your style of home. These birch logs were actually from the Target Dollar Spot, I believe a part of their fall collection. It was one of the few things that our Target Dollar Spot actually had. I think the whole bundle for 3 were only $5. And they have this like foam in the center, but it's like birch paper wrapped around, so it's very lightweight and it won't be breakable. I also got the white unscented candles from Hobby Lobby in a pack of 4. That was also 65% off, so I think it paid like $2 for those. I also got these stems here from Hobby Lobby as well. These ones are a little bit of a darker green pine versus the ones that I showed you in our living room with the pine cones. So I'm just going to add a little bit of red berry just to spruce it up a little bit. Your favorite area of your home to decorate? Is it outdoors? Is it your main living room? Is it your bedrooms? Let me know. Honestly, I feel like mine might be our living room and our bedrooms.
Something true, and that everything would change from now on. Yes, from this.
Alright, I'm trying to decide if I should paint this. I love how it's like clear glass, but it pulls more of a blue tone than like a true blue glass. So I don't know if you can see here like a clear version, or do you think the blue is a good color variation? I don't know. I'm also trying to figure out if I should move this and put it over behind there. So I might try that. Let's see.
This Christmas on, this Christmas on, from this Christmas.
Yeah, I think I actually like that better. So there's a little bit more height behind the candles here. But then I think I'm gonna put I have a white moose that'll go right here instead.
This Christmas on, it's gonna be you and me decorating the tree from this Christmas on. From this Christmas on. From this Christmas on, it's gonna be.
Right when I was wrapping up decorating, I heard Declan wake up, and I was so excited to see his reaction to our living room being done. Last year at this time, he was still so little, so this was it. Leave those on there, honey. Wow, is that pretty?
Alright, that's all for today. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to get to the kitchen. I want to spend a lot of time working on the coffee bar, so that's my plan for part 2. So this one includes obviously the living room and our entryway. The tree took a lot longer than I thought, but that's okay. One thing I want to let you guys know is make sure you use what you actually have in your home. Don't feel pressured to have to go out and buy extra things. There's a lot of pieces that I'm like wasn't crazy about, but I figured out ways to make it work with my color scheme for this year. Try to find more timeless pieces if you can on your particular style. Find things that you're gravitated towards, because more than likely you're going to be for a while. So yeah, just make sure you remember what the true meaning of the season is and try to make it as memorable as you can for your family. Happy holidays.